Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we are once again back on Modern Warfare, and I wanted to share with you guys the best defensive class setup for the FAL Assault Rifle, one of my favorite weapons in the game. Keep in mind, guys, this class setup is a defensive class setup for multiplayer, so if you're looking for a Warzone class setup or you're a very aggressive player, this is probably not going to be the best class setup for you, but hopefully for those of you that try this thing out and play defensive and guard objectives, you'll be able to do pretty well with this thing. So if you guys take a look at the attachments, or the stats rather, that we're going to get with this specific class setup, you guys will see that we get a pretty nice boost to everything. Obviously, accuracy and range are going to be really important with this thing, but we also get a small boost to mobility and control, giving us good aim down sight speed as well as sprint to fire speed. So this is pretty well overall, but mainly for those long distance or even medium range gunfights. And like I said, hopefully for those of you that try this thing out, you'll be able to do just as well as I did. So if you guys take a look at the attachments, we're not going to be using a muzzle. The barrel that we're using is the XRK Marksman. So with this, we're getting damage, range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. And this is going to give us a massive boost to accuracy, range, and control here. A really nice attachment to have on. So again, the XRK Marksman barrel. We're not going to be using a laser, pretty much dumb for an FAL. So we're going to leave that off. The optic that we're using is the Cronin LP945 mini reflex. Now, I highly recommend sticking to the mini reflexes, especially with this FAL. I have so much fun with this thing, and with the Cronin LP945, you can really never go wrong. Or just the mini reflexes in general. If you want to use a different one, you can. I'm just using the Cronin because it's the last mini reflex that you unlock. I wouldn't recommend running a giant scope on this, like a thermal hybrid or just some massive hybrid scope. I think those are really not that good. They might be decent from extremely long distance with a few shots, but overall trying to take out people on an objective or take out multiple people at once, I don't think having a massive optic like that is nice. So I would stick to the smaller ones, but the Cronin LP945 is the one that I'm running in this class setup video. The stock that we're using is the factory 18-inch aluminum stock. So I thought a lot about this attachment here. Obviously, we can't go with the no stock or the close quarter stock because those are close quarters stocks not meant for long distance. But the Forged Tack Stalker is a good way to go. You get a massive boost to accuracy and control, but aiming stability really isn't that important here because it is a single shot, basically single shot weapon. I know I get called out for that a lot because it's technically not called a single shot weapon, but you shoot one shot at a time, semi-auto. And aiming stability isn't very useful because we're dealing with recoil, and we really want recoil control instead of aiming stability. We don't really have a lot of idle sway with this thing since it's not a sniper. So the factory 18-inch aluminum aluminum stock is going to give us aim walkie movement speed, which I think is very useful with most weapons. But the FAL, because it's semi-auto, I think this is very, very useful because you're shooting one shot at a time. So having aim walkie movement speed as a pro is really awesome. If you guys disagree with me and don't want to use that, you can use the Forged Tack Stalker, but I would recommend going with the factory 18. I've just noticed a big difference, and I think it's a little bit easier to do well with. So that's the stock that we're running here. The underbarrel that we're using is the Commando foregrip. So with this, we're getting that recoil stabilization that I just talked about. We also get aiming stability as a pro, so it's not a big deal that we didn't get it on the last attachment. Again, it's not that important. So the recoil stabilization is what we're going for. You'll see we get a nice boost to accuracy, range, and control here. So again, the Commando foregrip. Extra ammunition, not really necessary with the FAL. This thing is a god, and we really don't want to waste an attachment slot on that. And last but not least, the rear that we're using is stippled grip tape, giving us aim down sight speed to really improve that again, and give us sprint to fire speed as well. So if you do run across a situation with a close range gunfight, you should be able to do pretty well with this thing anyways, even though this class setup is specifically built for long range. But again, stippled grip tape rear grip. But I'll give you guys one last look at all the stats and attachments for this specific class setup. If there's anything that you want to change or that you think might be better for those really long distance gunfights, please make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what attachments that you're running on this thing. But that's it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.